Set piece again. Ole Ole. Arsenal 2, Manchester United 0. And this is a good night for Arsenal. Liverpool dropping 2 points up at St James's Park. And Arsenal beating Manchester United here in the end. The first half wasn't much to write home about, but in the end, the second half, the dead balls were what done it. Brilliant night for Arsenal. Brilliant night for Nico Jova, Mikel Arteta, who showed faith in Jova to bring him here, who has indulged his ideas, given him the time to work on them, the players who've bought into them. The delivery from Bukayo Saka and Declan Rice was exceptional all night long. I mean, honestly, that if it was David Beckham swinging in those corners rather than Declan Rice, you wouldn't blink at it. I mean, it's that good now. And I'm really happy for Julian Timber and William Saliba, who got the goals, both very deserving on the night. In the end, it might have been more. It might have been more, but more than good enough for me. A clean sheet, a win against United. It's one that always means a lot. First off, as I say, I think United did quite well. They were very composed, didn't create much of any note, but then nor did we in open play. The chances we did have came from, you guessed it, set pieces. Thomas Partey probably should have scored early on. Gabriel Martinelli had another chance that I think he would expect to at least hit the target there off his left foot. But the first half was very flat. It was quite a flat atmosphere as well. I wonder if maybe after the brilliant first halves we produced in Lisbon and at West Ham, maybe expectations were high and it didn't quite play out like that. And yeah, I wondered if the game was just going to kind of meander. I think Mikel Arteta would really have got into the team at half time. I don't think he would have been happy. I think they lost a few jewels in the first half, and we know from All or Nothing he does not appreciate that. But they were much better immediately after the break. And how often do we say it? Set piece provides the breakthrough. Flat delivery from Declan Rice into the near post. There's Timber. He very nearly scored against West Ham. He got his goal here against United. Brilliant flick. Shades of Steve Bold at the near post, flicking it on, and it ends up in the far corner. And not too far behind was William Saliba. Bukayo Saka with a deep delivery to the far post. Similar position to where Declan Rice scored actually in this fixture last season. Thomas Partey's there. This time he doesn't take the attempt on goal on. He heads it back across. It hits William Saliba. Let's be clear, on his arse, and into the net it goes. Listen, he deserved it on the night. I thought on an evening when Gabriel was absent, and I worried about that before the game, I thought Kiwior did all right, he did well, but I think Saliba was exceptional. I think he stepped up. I think he saw that his partner was missing and thought, I need to be a leader tonight. And he was. He was really, really good. Timber was good too at right back, then at left back when Zinchenko went off. And I think Declan Rice deserves special mention. He's not been at his absolute best. He's carrying an injury. He's got a broken toe. He's probably playing with injections, I should imagine. Probably playing through pain. I felt after half-time he dug in. I felt like he took it upon himself to raise the level of this team and get this game won. Not just through his excellent delivery, as we've discussed, but through his running, his tackling, his passing. He looked tired and he played through it. You know, there were moments where he needed a breather, where he was on his haunches, and he kept going, kept going, kept going. I think it was a really good night for him. So as I say, in terms of the Premier League table, stands us in good stead, closes the gap. I think it's 7 points now to Liverpool. Chelsea win at Southampton, of course they do. Southampton self-destruct again, unfortunately. I think Chelsea have got to be taken seriously for now at least. I'm not saying they're going to go on and win it, but I think they're a threat. I think they're going to be in the mix and in the conversation. I certainly think they look like they're going to be a top 4 team this year. Much as it pains me to say it, they look like they've sorted themselves out and the manager's doing a good job there. I'm intrigued to see how Amorim does. There were green shoots from United in that first half. They looked, like they had a bit of a shape, a bit of a structure. You could very rarely say that under Ten Hag. It looked like there was a clear, coherent plan. You could very rarely say that under Ten Hag. But Arsenal get the job done. And, stewards joining in saying they did. I'm delighted for them and very, very pleased. And, yeah, fantastic night. Set piece FC. I don't mind it. What would Arsene Wenger think of it? I don't know. What would George Graham think? I think he'd be absolutely fine. Listen, it's a margin in the game that we are exploiting to the full. And at the moment, the rest of the Premier League just can't seem to live with us. Long may it continue. I'll leave it there for now, guys. Bye-bye. Take care. Oh, and subscribe for more of these videos. Cheers. Bye.